Welcome to Spoken Reviews, home of the Spoken Reviews. Today, guys, we'll be checking out a 2023 Ford Lightning XLT Extended Range. All right, let's start by taking a look on the outside. So this 2023 XLT looks really good. Now, this does have the upgraded 312 package on it, so you do get the nicer tires, so a little bit nicer than the regular XLT. As you can see, the front of the XLT and the Lariat are pretty similar. Um, yep, and you do have the 360 cameras on this too, so it's looking really good. Now you will see that the mirrors are black. They are not the color of the truck, so that's one thing to note on the XLT. But overall, I do think that the XLT is a very, very good looking version of the truck. Now here we have the frunk with the power in the front. So yeah, this is definitely nice, convenient for families and for anyone out there who just wants to store stuff in the front. You can do it, a ton of space. This one does come with the charger. If you order it online, it's about 500 bucks, and you will see it on the window sticker if you purchase it on the lot. But well worth getting the charger. The mobile charger is always good to have. But yeah, man, I'm just really, really, really liking this Ford Lightning. The more I see it, the more I drive it, the more I'm around it. Um, the Rivian, it's also nice too, but just the extra cost of the Rivian, it's hard to kind of justify that right now. Um, but for the XLT regular, with the discounts, if you get one right now, you can get one as cheap as like 40K after the tax rebate, which is a fantastic deal. Now, this with the nicer 312 package can be a little bit more expensive than that. And this also has the extended batteries. This one's actually, I think it's stickered right now for 66K, so minus 7,500, 58,000. The back seats nice and flat. The cloth, I'm not the biggest fan of the cloth. Pros and cons, it's not going to get as hot, so it won't, barbecue you in the summers, but it will absorb, like sweat and things like that. So if your kids spill stuff, cloth's gonna absorb that. And if you work out, the potential. So pros and cons. Off to the back, looks great. Again, you have these upgrades for they do a fantastic job of their backs. Also, this does have the factory spray and liner, which is really, really dope. I'd still probably put a rubber mat on top of that spray and bed liner just to really kind of protect it. Also to make sure things don't slide. Also note you do have the Pro Power in the back, the 7.2 kilowatt, which is fantastic, especially for me. Like I have the 20 acres and I have an RV out there, so I can actually run it off grid off of the truck. So how can you beat that? Now going into the interior, again, the difference between the XLT and the Lariat is you're gonna have a smaller screen. This is the 12-inch screen. I say smaller, but it's still a pretty big screen. You can pretty much do everything. Pros and cons, a lot of the functionalities, it's kind of nice to have the actual buttons, right? Like if you use the bigger screen, which I had in the Ford Mach-E, I lived with it for a year, having to dig in stuff isn't always the safest thing to actually do. So the perk of having the smaller screen is that you have dedicated buttons for things like the AC, which you will be using pretty often, right? So it is kind of nice to have those dedicated buttons. Um, but everything that you can do on the Lariat, you can do here, right? So we have the Pro Power assistance. We have those, surround lighting. The pre-collision works fantastic, really good system, and you can adjust it. The one pedal driving, really good. You can decide really what your preference is, right? So you really get to customize it. Now, one thing I will note is that Ford is getting better with the over-the-air upgrades, but they had been slow in the past, but I've seen a lot of positive things. Now, this XLT, since this one does have the extended battery, any of the Lightnings with extended battery actually have more horsepower. So this one is extremely fast. You can see hopping on the highway. I mean, it's nothing, right? This makes my V8 feel slow. Um, Pros and cons, right? Like you got to be careful. You kind of have to watch your speed on this because it rides so smooth and it's so fast that you can, be speeding and not even realize it. But I absolutely love the ride, and just really getting a chance to spend, more and more time behind these. You really get a feel for just how absolutely nice these things are. Now you will note that the faster you go, the more battery you burn, right? So you have to kind of find that happy median, just like a gas car, right? Like the faster you drive a gas car, the more gas you burn. The faster you drive an EV, the more electrons you burn. So yeah, I really, really, really am a fan of this vehicle. Um, the 2023s right now, again, we're 6 months into 2024, so yeah, they're trying to get rid of these, and right now they're really offering heavy discounts on the financing. But it's almost tempting to just get a 2024. You don't get the best financing terms, but you do get the benefits of the newer model, and also you do get some just the benefits, right? So especially the heat pump, which could be big. Um, Down in the south, our winter isn't that long. It's like a 2 month, 3 month winter. But definitely, if I lived up north, I would definitely consider, having the heat pump to be something that might outweigh the discounts, right? Especially, I've seen some horror stories of people losing significant range if they're not like, preheating the vehicle, right? So if you follow the rules, I think you'll be just fine without getting the heat pump. But if you're going to park it outside and not have it plugged in and just kind of cold start the vehicle without that, you probably want to wait for the heat pump. But yeah, man, I absolutely love just the pickup and the speed of this truck. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching this quick overview of the 2023 Ford Lightning XLT extended range battery with the 312 upgraded package. It's a great vehicle. If you guys have one, I mean, I'm curious, how do you like it? Leave a comment below. If you're thinking about getting one, leave a comment below. Or if you just have any questions, leave a comment below. If you want to have a chance to have that interactive conversation with everyone. Also, guys, thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. See you soon.